Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Joelle. I am a product designer and I used to be a sociology student, and I'm here to spill all the tips on what I've learned about being a student and being in the world of work. So today we're talking about new jobs and what to do in them, because new jobs are always overwhelming, especially if this is your first ever job. And I know exactly how this feels because I literally just started a brand new job 2 weeks ago as of today when I'm filming. So today I want to set you up for success with 3 things that you need to do when you start a new job. Let's get into it. Something everyone knows is really important when going for a new job is to make a great first impression. And if you're someone who's into elegant, sustainable jewelry, then I've got the perfect thing for you. Anna Louisa was kind enough to send me 3 pieces to review, so I want to talk a little bit about the ones that I picked out and what it offers to test how I like them. The first piece that I picked out is this really fine ring that I think is perfect for layering. I like to wear multiple rings together, and I think this looks great with my rose gold band that I have on my hand, and I also wear gold jewelry. I also wear like silver ones, but I think this would look perfect if you're a silver or a gold kind of girl or guy, and I think it will look great with anything you're wearing. The second piece that I picked out was this really fine necklace as well. You can see a theme going on here. This obviously goes perfectly with the ring, but it will complement anything that you're wearing. It's not too loud, it's not too bold. If you're into the more minimalist, understated sort of look, which I am, I think this is great. The third piece are these little drop pearl earrings, and they are so cute. I'm not really used to wearing anything more than like hoops and something really simple, but I wanted to go for something a little more interesting, something a little bit different, but also not too loud and not too bold. So if you've never heard of Anna Louisa, here's some things that I think you should know. They craft really high quality affordable jewelry. For example, these double Frida earrings, they're only £52. The second thing is that they're carbon neutral, so everything from the packaging to the materials, that's something that's really important to me. And thirdly, I think whatever piece you choose from their collection that speaks to you will really just make you feel even more put together, elegant, and ready to take on whatever your new job throws at you. So if you want to try out any of the pieces, make sure to click the link in my description box and use my code JOELLEPHUA20, JOELLEPHUA20 to get 20% off. Now, the first thing that you should be doing on your new job is to get to know people. This is really important. This is maybe the most important thing to do in your first few weeks, because this sets the foundation for really good and solid working relationships. This is really important because when you have questions to ask or workshops to run, you'll be so much more confident and comfortable talking with these people if you know them on like a first person basis. So what I like to do is I set up one-on-ones with everyone on my team. So this is my immediate team, my PM, my other designer, developers, anyone else who's on your immediate team. But otherwise, something that's really important to do is to get to know who are your main stakeholders. And when I mean stakeholders, this is anyone who influences your projects, anyone who is really important for you to keep in the loop. So in general, I would ask either your line manager or your PM, so your product manager, project manager, whoever's most relevant to you, who are the people who you should know about and who hold influence over your team and your projects. The second thing that I think you should always do when starting a new job is set up your personal hub. Now, this can be anywhere, but of course, if you know me, I'm going to say set it in Notion. So what you should do is have your weekly review, your personal development plan, and whatever else is useful to you. So for example, your personal notes, or just like brain dump for you to like empty your brain. And this is really useful because every single week, something that's really, really helpful to do is to set aside some time and review your week. What went well, what could have been better, any achievements that you've made. This makes performance reviews and going for a promotion so much easier. And I know this because I literally went for a promotion and it was so much easier because of the notes that I already had. I literally just copy and pasted everything. So to me, this is no brainer. But otherwise, it's just really good to have personal space that you can call your own, whether you do this in your notes app, in a Google Doc, or in Notion, which I think we should do. If you want inspirational templates, you can always look up on Google, YouTube, or notion.so, which is their website. And the third thing that you should be doing is asking lots of questions. I know this is super cliche, but it's so important, and actually a lot easier when you're new, because everyone knows you're new, everyone knows that you don't have the context, everyone knows that you're probably overwhelmed right now. So this is the perfect time to be asking all those silly questions, all those questions that you think might be dumb or really stupid, but actually to someone who is deep in the project, someone who's deep in the company, it's really good for them to think about the decisions they have made and why they've made those decisions and choices. And it's really good for them to actually explain it to you. So most of the times they'll be really appreciative of it. And they won't mind because they know you're new. Like, take advantage of this rookie newbie status at your new job. A couple things practically that you can do is to set up meetings with those key stakeholders. Remember what we talked about in the first point about knowing people? This is really tied to that. So you can talk to people who know about the business, so how your business makes money or how your company makes money. You should also talk to your engineering manager or some of your developers about, what the state of the code is, how they like to work with designers or whoever. I'm talking primarily to designers here because that's what I know. But just generally in any job, you want to know the main areas that you're going to be working with and get to know them inside out from day one. Obviously, not everything's going to stick, but things are going to click later down the line and you're going to remember, so-and-so said this to me when I started and now it makes sense. So there you have it, 3 things that you should always be doing when you start a new job. Number 1, get to know people. Number 2, set up your personal hub or whatever you want to call it. Number 3, ask lots of questions. So if you have any questions about starting a new job, my new job, or anything along those lines, make sure to leave it in the description box below and I'll get to you as soon as possible. And remember, if you want to try any of Anna Louise's pieces, make sure to click the link in my description box and use my code JoellePoir20 to get 20% off. And with all that said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!